Take a moment and just arrive here. No performance, no pressure to get this right. Just you and your willingness to hear yourself a little more clearly today. You see, we hear a lot about self-love. It's everywhere. Take yourself out. Speak kindly to yourself. Set boundaries. And yes, those things definitely matter. But there's a layer of self-love that people don't talk about enough. And that is honesty. Because the truth is, you cannot deeply love someone you are not honest with. And that includes you. You see, a lot of people think they love themselves. But what they've actually done is learned how to protect an image of themselves, an idea of who they are, a version that feels safer to maintain than to question. So instead of honesty, they choose comfort. They tell themselves things like, I'm just a loving person. I just give my all. I just care deeply. And on the surface, that sounds beautiful. But underneath it, there can be fear. Fear of not being chosen, fear of not being enough, fear of being left, abandoned. So what happens? You don't tell yourself the truth about your attachment, about your need for control, about your emotional dependency. And this, my love, is where the ego steps in. Now, before you get all caught up in, well, I'm not egotistical. What do you mean about ego? Hold on, let me finish. Not the loud, arrogant ego. That's not the one I'm talking about. I'm talking about the quiet one. The one that says, don't look too closely at that. Let's just overlook that behavior. You're fine. You're just loving. But that's not self-love, love. That's self-preservation. And let me put you in on game real quick. There is a huge difference. Because see, real self-love will sit you down with yourself and say, no, this isn't love. This right here is fear. This is you trying to hold on to something that doesn't feel secure inside of you. And that level of honesty, it doesn't always feel good. But it is necessary. Because when you're not honest with yourself, your love starts to distort. It doesn't flow freely. It clings, it grasps, it tightens. And then what you call quote unquote love starts to feel like pressure to the person receiving it. Oh, yeah. You've seen this before. Or maybe you've been it before. Where you're giving and giving and giving But underneath all that giving is an expectation, a need, a silent hope that says, if I do this, they won't leave. If I love like this, they'll choose me. If I show up this way, I'll be enough. And when that's the energy behind your love, it doesn't feel like. Matter of fact, it feels suffocating, possessive, overbearing. Not because you're a bad person, but because you're operating from a place that hasn't been honest about what it actually needs. And this is why honesty with yourself is a practice, not a one-time realization. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. No, it's not a one-time realization. It's a practice because your mind will always try to protect you from discomfort. It will always try to rewrite the story in a way that keeps your ego intact. But your growth, your alignment, your peace, now that requires you to gently but consistently tell yourself the truth. Okay, now, truth sounds like this situation doesn't feel good to me, but I keep staying. Or I say I'm okay with this, but really I'm not. Or I say I trust them, but I don't trust myself here. That's where self-love begins. Not in perfection, not in performance, not in a salon chair, not after you get your nails done, you get your facial mask, you get your eyebrows waxed, you get your new beard groomed. That is not it. That's not where self-love begins. Where it does begin is in the truth. Because when you are honest with yourself, something truly shifts. You stop needing to prove your worth through how much you give. You definitely stop trying to control how someone else shows up. You stop overextending yourself just to feel secure. And instead, you begin to stand in yourself. Not inflated, not defensive, but grounded. And when you love from that place, it feels different. It's not heavy. It's not demanding. It doesn't say, stay here so I can feel okay. It says, I am okay and I choose you from that place. That's the difference. So, today, I just want you to sit with yourself, not to judge, not to shame, but to really be honest. Where are you not telling yourself the truth? Where are you calling something love that is actually fear? Where are you overgiving because you're afraid to stand still and just be enough? These questions don't take you to hurry up and answer. Don't rush the answers, just let the answers come. Because they will. You know, your body already knows. Your patterns already know. This is your practice. Not fixing everything overnight, but becoming more honest day by day, moment by moment, choice by choice. The more honest you become with yourself, the less you will need to force love, and the more natural it will feel when it's real. And that's the kind of love that doesn't suffocate, that doesn't possess, that doesn't overwhelm. It simply exists and invites. Stay with yourself in that. That, my love, is where your real self-love lives.